There has been concern of late about the kidnappings. The kidnappings around the Generation Z time. People have been kidnapped, and why? Mm, I don't know. But for somebody who has been there, seen that, and whatever, I can make an informed guess, isn't it? Mm. Of course, you can take it to the bank. Now, which bank? World Bank, Central Bank, Equity Bank, or River Bank? That's up to you to decide. But anyway, I want to give a professional guess on what is happening. We have a problem that when you give evidence, I mean, when you give an opinion as a technical person, people look at you from a political angle. It was just the other day I was saying, okay, you have said this about Raila. Now, can you say the same thing about Ruto? Now, Raila and Ruto are in the same camp, isn't it? So, mine is a technical thing. All my tapes are still the same, and including this one. I want to say that I do believe that the people who are kidnapping people are security personnel. And I want to guess that the reason is that they slept on the job. They slept on the job. I want to trace the problem started with President Uhuru Muigai Kenyatta, because from 1968, when we had the first special branch directive, it is called Special Branch Directive #1, issued by Mzee Jomo Kenyatta in State House, Mombasa. If I recall the Special Branch Directive #1, the way it states, that is the genesis of our problem. And especially during the one party, I'm trying to avoid the name dictatorship. Uh, the problem was there during the one party system that happened. If I recall the Special Branch Directive #1, is that we were made like England, whereby the country was equated to the head of state. And the Special Branch Directive #1, Jomo Kenyatta was directing the then Director of Intelligence, Brother James Kanyotu Kariuki. He was telling Brother James on to spy on everybody and every organization and report to the president. The other thing, it even became worse in 1990 when, because all the time between 1969 to 1990, that is a period of 68 to 1990, that is it 22? 68 to, you can make 68 plus 2, that is 70, yeah, to 90, that is 22 years. Special branch were spying on everybody and every organization and reporting to the president. So you could not report on the president, because how can you report the president to himself? But then in 1990, after 22 years, a new directive came from Daniel Toroitich arap Moi, where we were told not to spy on his immediate family and immediate friends. Now, depending on me and you, 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 you and the closest friends is this. We don't have a static number where we say somebody's best friends should be 3 or 4. There is one who has 12 best friends, and there is another one who has just 2 or even 1 best friend. 2, how do you call me? I'm a cross tribal. My father's tribe, Luhya, you'll find if I talk of my brothers, all my step brothers are my brothers. All my cousin brother, those are my brothers. Those whose father and my father are brothers, they are my brothers. those whose parents are cousins. So among the Luyas, you have so many relatives, and than Kikuyu, my other tribe. You find that among the Kikuyu, close relatives are a bit fewer than close relatives in Luya. So we were told only to investigate, not to investigate people who are close friends and close relatives. And as I've said, that was a relative. So fast forward to Uhuru's time. Uhuru's time, he gave the intelligence people the impression that uh, intelligence organization is the bridge to better jobs. That is why the head of the EACC, uh, economic anti-corruption, the fellow came from the intelligence. The director of public prosecution came from. The inspector general came from the intelligence. It led the intelligence people now to be so loyal and to be subservient to the president to an extent that they could be remembered for an opening somewhere. That is where now things got bad. And you'll find that when Ruto came in, now there was that lacuna. They were trying to change things. You'll find that uh, if you compare Uhuru and Ruto, Uhuru wants to command things. President Uhuru wants to command things. He wants things done his way. And Ruto, he wants to know everything. He's a hands-on person. He would want to know each and every department, how things are happening. So you find that over the changeover, whereby you change, okay, if you may not have understood, Uhuru would have wanted Kenyans to pass this way and follow that route. But Ruto wants to know what is happening there. So for them to make that changeover, it has taken time. In short, I'm trying to say that they found themselves uh, sleeping while on duty, and that is why even the Genesee thing occurred. The Genesee thing occurred when they were not expecting. And I think they should invest. They have a good budget. Remember the other time I uploaded a video where I was saying that, where I was justifying what do you call, confidential vote. They should uh, I don't want to, you see, it is still an active service, but they should target internet. They should target internet. They should be everything that is happening on the internet. They should be at the back of their hand, and that is what happening. And then when they notice that is not is happening, and I told you, remember I told you that Uhuru is the kind of a person who used to say, "I want this and this to happen." So he's the one who determined something, and then the intelligence follows what they happen. But Ruto wants to know what is happening at the ground. So I guess the intelligence officers or the security officers reached a place where they were found flat-footed, and that is when they started now kidnapping these people. The intention is to kidnap these people and get information from who is this person who is sponsoring you, so that when you are told, uh, when you tell them who is sponsoring this and that, they can now crash and make a quick report and say to the president, you see, this is this and that and that. That is why they were kidnapping and threatening those people. They wanted to catch up. They are supposed to have known the day before yesterday what happened yesterday. But now it is today, so they're trying to get those people and try to squeeze information from them. And then I'm also suspecting that even we have, nowadays people are a bit different, but when I had completed school, very few people knew the difference between CID and special branch. So you find that DCI also have got their own intelligence wing, and I expect that these arrests are done by both DCI and NIS. But I expect those people who are arrested by NIS, CID has no play in it, and vice versa. Or of course, it could also be a rule of 2-1-2, 2-1-2. Of every 5 people arrested, 2 have been purely DCI work. 1 was for the 2, and then the other 2 for NIS. I would want to expect that. And I also want to say that, and that is why there was a reshuffle, whatever. I think when there is a reshuffle in NIS, nobody knows, but I expect a thorough reshuffle in the NIS. I would recommend that anybody of the rank of assistant director and also director, plus the director general himself, they all go, so that those who are underground, those who are on the county level can grow up. Hiyo ndio kitu nasema bottom up, isn't it? And then we should have that. I sense that we have had a problem with the coordination. I'm getting the problem that what we have been having recently is that the NSAC are not working in tandem. They are not working in tandem, and I'm expecting that some people are making other decisions. You see, we have the sub-county security committee, we have the county commission security committee, we have the regional and the national. And various arms are supposed to each, when they send their representative at a round table, they are supposed to be to place on table all the facts. When they have placed all the facts, and then they decide. But I'm sensing that because of suspicion and maybe trying to please those in authority, and also to please those who are in authority, and also you see these people, when they were being employed, when they are being made heads of such whatever, they were they were employed, or they were appointed when the presidents were united. Now there is a tension within the presidency, so I expect that the people in the NSAC were at cross level, to an extent that maybe I come there, I want to learn something from you, but I want to hide as much as possible from you, give you only little, so to incite you, so that you disclose what you know. So I expect things to be hard that way, and as there's going to be a change in the a drastic change in the cabinet, I also expect a drastic change in the NSAC. Kanja and the DCI fellow maybe are the only ones who are going to survive, but everybody else, you're going to have a new one. Thank you.